We're adding a star to the Chicago Cubs every year until they win the World Series. After each season, we're going to spin a wheel that tells us which player we're kicking off the team and what type of player we can add to the team. I just took one of my favorite rosters and tinkered with some of the stuff that I thought was off. This has a chance to be one of the quicker episodes. How many seasons is it going to take? Put your guesses down below. This team is pretty green going into things. First and center, fifth and right, third at second base, a top 8 rotation. Depending on who gets downgraded, we're probably going to want to upgrade third base, maybe catcher or bullpen first. And in year 1, without any touches to the team, the Cubs finished 162, but they were immediately eliminated by the Brewers in the first round of the playoffs. All right, our first downgrade of the day. This could be huge. Imagine losing like Kyle Tucker or Pete Crow Armstrong right out of the gate. All right. I mean, Palencia's a beast. He throws gas. Now the upgrade. So not the worst downgrade, but what's the upgrade? Whoever we want, let's go. We rarely get that early. Easy choice for me. We're upgrading third base. Jose Ramirez is going to be playing for the Cubbies. I don't know. This is feeling like they're going to win one really fast now. And as we expected, this Cubbies team is not only really good, they're 11 games better than last season. 111 and 51 in just year 2. This team is bananas, and they win the National League Division Series. They're going to be moving on to take the Phillies in the NLCS, and they defeat the Phillies in the NLCS, so they're now going to play for a World Series against the Seattle Mariners in year 2. Let's sim the first 2 games at home. It's a 1-1 series. Let's sim game 3. We're down 2-1. We're going to sim game 4. We're down 3-1 and we're on the road. We win. We salvage the series. It's 3-2. We're going to sim game 6 and we lose right there. The Mariners take out the Cubs in 6. The 111 win Cubbies go all the way to Game 6 of the World Series. Pete Crow Armstrong batted .288 with 31 home runs. Jose Ramirez in his first year with the team hit 42 homers, batted .294 with 30 doubles. He won the MVP of the playoffs. Look at that. All right, downgrade number 2 after year 2, 111 wins. It would be a shame to not lose J-Ram right away. And now our upgrade. We just got J-Ram, now we lost him. Who are we grabbing in his place? A 2025 All-Star. We're going to stay at third base. It's not as good as J-Ram, but we're putting Manny Machado in Wrigleyville. So we go from the number 1 third baseman to the number 2 third baseman, according to the attributes. Let's get it. Another pretty good season for the Cubs, but not quite 111 wins. They only win 91 games this time around, and they're going to go into the playoffs in the wild card round where they win, and now they're going to be taking on the Phillies in the National League Division Series where they have been eliminated. So they lose to Philadelphia in year 3 after winning just 91 games. Manny Machado in his first year with the Cubs batted .243 with 30 homers. Not quite a Manny Machado season. We added Machado to the wheel. Let's spin it. Who are we going to lose this season? We haven't lost any huge Cubs yet, and oh no, it's happening. There goes Kyle Tucker. How are we going to bounce off of that? Kyle Tucker, we will be at, oh no, we lose Kyle Tucker and we add a 77. We're going the wrong way. The 77 we're going to add to the team will be Fernando Cruz. And we do improve from last season. 4 more wins at 95 and 67. The Cubs win their wild card series round, so they're now going to be taking on the Padres in the National League Division Series, where they have once again been eliminated prior to the World Series. Manny batted .299, only hit 21 homers though. What 85 plus overall are we losing this time? Please, seriously, don't be a monster. I guess losing Seiya is better than losing our ace. Desperately need a big upgrade though on this one. Things started so hot and they have gone so incredibly not. We're going to replace Seiya Suzuki with a 90 overall. Putting Pete Alonso at first base. I don't know if that'll put Michael Busch at DH or what, but we got to replace that right-handed bat in the lineup. Give me the thump, Polar Bear. Alonso is going to be the DH. Michael Busch is a top-ranked first baseman. I don't know how these stats equate to a 85 overall, as the durability's doing a lot of work here. But Pete's not a great fielder anyways. Who cares? Let's simulate year 5 and see how the Cubbies finish. And this Cubbies team absolutely stinks. They finish 82 and 80, and they don't even make the playoffs. What happened to our Cubbies? Pete Alonso batted .230 with 31 homers. Manny Machado only hit 23 homers. The deduction wheel once again getting a spin. And this time, we're going to lose Shota Imanaga from our rotation, which once again means we need a really good upgrade. We need one bad. Come on, baby. Stop at 96! 96! That's a big hit. We're going to trade Imanaga for Yoshinobu Yamamoto and just... yeah, well, there's that. These Cubbies, they did lose like 5 or 6 out of 7 to lose the season there, but they finished 96 and 66. They will be taking on the Mets in the division series, and they beat the Mets, which means they will now be taking on the Phillies, and they beat the Phillies. So now they're going to be taking on the Dodgers or the Braves in the National League Championship Series. And it looks like it was the Dodgers, and they will end up losing to the Dodgers. Downgrade after year 7. I just can't believe we won 111 games in year 2, and we still haven't gotten it done. No, not PCA. Maybe we can get a choice player here or some sort of 99 option. We can balance it out. Nope, just a 92. Now, before we jump into year 7 and make these decisions, I got to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Shady Rays. My friends at Shady Rays have got you covered with all your sunglass needs. I got the best polarized sunglasses in the game. I have car Shady Rays, I have beach Shady Rays, I have warehouse Shady Rays. Link will be down below if you haven't checked them out before. Get on it. Big downgrade in the outfield, but a huge upgrade to our bullpen. We're going to get our closer and hopefully leave him there, Joan Duran. Let's see how they do in year 7. I am not optimistic about this team. This Cubs team, I'll tell you what, is going into the playoffs red hot. They 95 and 67 year 7, and they're looking pretty good. They end up beating the Braves in the division series. Now they're going to take on the Padres in the NLCS, and they beat the Padres in the NLCS. Year 7 Cubbies have an opportunity to win the World Series right now. Let's simulate these first 2 games at home. It's a 1-1 split. We'll simulate game 3 in Kansas City. That is a loss. We're down 2 games to 1. We are split 2-2. Game 5 in Kansas City with 2 home games on the docket. We win. The Cubbies are up 3 games to 2. Year 7. This is it. At home against Kansas City. Let's see how they do. Justin Steele is on the mound. We're just going to go ahead and start simulating half innings. The Royals score first. They take the lead over the Cubs, who do not answer back in the bottom half. But they do answer back in the bottom half of the second, where they score 2. Now we're going to go top 3, where the Royals score a run. It's 2-2. We have an electric game 6 already. Bottom 3, the Cubbies get nothing. We go top 4, 2-2 ball game. We're going to pitch, and we get a goose egg. Now Manny Machado is going to start the bottom of the 4th against Seth Lugo, and they do not score. Now we're going to go into the 5th inning. Justin Steele's energy starting to get down there. We'll take it 1 batter at a time. We get a strikeout. We get a ground out. And we get a ground out to end the inning. Now Seth Lugo against Ian Happ, Dansby Swanson, and Ethan Conrad. Nothing doing for the Cubbies yet again. There's now been 5 consecutive blanks in this ball game. We're going to pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. with Justin Steele. We get the strikeout. We're going to go lefty-lefty on Vinny Pasquantino. We get the ground out. And now I'm going to get greedy, try and get 1 more out here for the quality start, and we get the fly out. Great start from Justin Steele. Now Seth Lugo against Kevin Alcantara on the top of the order. You get a pop-up, a fly out, and a goose egg in the 6th inning. It's a 3-inning ball game now with the World Series on the line. We're going to go into the bullpen, and I am going to bring out, we'll do Brad Keller. And Brad Keller is going to give up a homer to Randall Grichuk, first batter of the inning. That is incredible. So now bottom 7, Seth Lugo still on the mound. Manny Machado and the boys get another blank. Nothing. We're going to go back to the bullpen again. Kyle Isbell leading off the inning. I am going to go to Matt Boyd here. And Matt Boyd gets lit up for 2 runs in the 8th. The Cubbies are losing 5-2 at home in Game 6. We'll sim the 8th where they get nothing. We will sim the 9th. Seth Lugo still out there, by the way. Wow. Wow. The Royals win Game 6 5-2, and we're going to go into a Game 7. That's They didn't score after the second inning. November baseball for all the marbles. Cubbies, Royals, Game 7 at Wrigley. Jameson Taillon gets a 0 to start the game. Now, bottom one, the Cubbies are going to score. We have an early lead, but then we immediately give it back. This Royals team just doesn't put up with playing down. They get it back right away. Bottom three now. Can the Cubs show some life? Jameson Taillon gets the 0 in the fourth, but his energy bar seemed like it was already getting down. Noah Cameron now, bottom four, also gets another 0. Now, Jameson Taillon, top 5, gets a 0, but seen a lot of batters. That might be the ball game for him. Noah Cameron, bottom 5, another 0. I got to get Taillon out of there. It's a 1-1 ball game. I'm going to read the room here, and we're going to bring out, let's do Cade Horton. The season's on the line. This is all the marbles here. I need you to go full Madison Bumgarner right now. He gets a 0. Now, Manny and the fellas in the middle of the lineup do not score. We're down to a 3-inning game. Game 7 of the World Series. Cade Horton versus Drew Waters. Cade Horton gets another 0. Why is Noah Cameron throwing a gem, though? It's bottom 7. He's still out there in the green on his energy bar. I need the bottom of the order to do something. The Royals have 10 hits in this ball game. The Cubbies have 4. We're going to pitch one batter at a time here. Salvador Perez gets walked. Randall Grichuk strikes out, brings up Jonathan India, who hits a double, hits a double, but Salvador Perez got thrown out at home. There's 2 outs for MJ Melendez, who hits a 2-run homer. The heartbreak. I am devastated. It's 3-1 in the top of the 8th. That is insane. Wow. Noah Cameron going to pitch here in the 8th inning still. The Cubbies need 2. They don't get any. Cade Horton's going to try and go one more in the 9th. He does. We don't even see Joan Duran in the Game 6 or Game 7. Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, Carson Kelly. Can they do it? They cannot. The Kansas City Royals have won the World Series, and the Cubs fall short in year 7. Yamamoto threw 192 at a 3.7 ERA. Duran had 48 saves and a 3.8 ERA. Is the Cubbies curse back? That was probably the toughest moment in all of these videos so far. Let's spin for our downgrade today. The year 7 downgrade, Game 7 World Series loss, and we're losing our shortstop. Oh. Now, can we please, for once, get a big upgrade? Come on. Come on. National, just stay there. Yes. Anyone from the National League. I feel like we got to immediately patch the shortstop thing and just upgrade. Let's go Ellie de la Cruz. Let's see how this Cubbies team does. Year 8 underway. Now, this team did win a few games less than last season, but right along the same level here. 92-70. They win the NL Central. They're going to make the playoffs, where they win the wild card round, and now they're going to be facing the Dodgers in the NLDS, and that will be the end of the road. Ellie de la Cruz, 45 doubles, 11 triples, 32 homers in his first season with 51 stolen bases. Pete Alonso still hasn't had a 40-homer season for us. The downgrade after year 8 going into year 9 is going to be none other than Matt Boyd. Okay, an 87. Now this upgrade spin, let it be a good one. Let it be a big one. Whoever we want. Whoever we want! Let's go! We're going right for the jugular. I need Aaron Judge. We're putting best possible player on this team. I don't know how they're going to work, like him or Willie Castro in center field, but Judge in a lineup is Judge in a lineup. Let's play year 9. And we are once again living in these mid-90s. The Cubbies finished 95-67 in year 9. They won their division. They will be taking on the Cardinals in the NLDS, and they immediately get eliminated from the playoffs. That's disappointing. Ellie again has a monster season with extra base hits, 46 stolen bases. Aaron Judge hit 47 homers with 116 RBIs. Pete Alonso finally broke out with 53 home runs. What is it gonna take? This is getting insane. We're going in the year 10. We won 111 games in year 2. I forgot to take Shoutout off the wheel. We need this upgrade to be huge at this point. We fell so far behind. How about a future Hall of Famer? How about it? We are once again going for the big gun. Shohei Ohtani, welcome to the team. Ohtani at the top of the rotation and in this lineup. I mean, this is a really fun team. It's a shame we lost Pete. And we are finally back into the triple digits. The Cubbies win 101 games and they win the NL Central again. Who are they going to be taking on? It doesn't matter. They end up losing to the Dodgers. Again, that was quick. I barely even got to stop. Wow. Ohtani threw 200 innings to 3.1 ERA, and he had 43 home runs. The downgrade going into year 11. This is never going to end. Justin Steele. Now our upgrade. We're losing Justin Steele. It's got to be good. A 95 is good. Need defense in that outfield. I'm taking Cody Bellinger. Bring him back to Chicago. This is a weird one, but let's see what year 11 has in store with Cody Bellinger. We are living in the 100s now. 102 wins on the season for these Cubs. But this time they're eliminated by the Padres. This is getting sad at this point. It's been 8 years. Keep going. No one! We hit the no one spot. Now, who's our upgrade going to be? No downgrade. We get a straight pick 'em from the field. Who's it going to be? Come on. Come on. This team needs another ace, and I know a guy who needs a World Series. Give me Zach Wheeler. This team is looking insane. We have an infield of Manny Machado, Ellie De La Cruz, Nico Horner, Michael Busch, Shohei Ohtani at DH, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Ian Happ in the outfield with Yohan Duran as our closer. A Shohei Ohtani, Zach Wheeler, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jameson Taillon, and I've got to cut Matt Boyd before we start because I forgot to trade him. Let's see how they do in year 12. Now, somehow this Cubs team managed to set a franchise record in wins. 121 wins and 41 losses. It's one of the greatest single seasons I've ever seen in this game, and they just went ahead and got eliminated by the Phillies, who didn't have Zach Wheeler or Duran in the first round of the playoffs. Once again, one more time, our downgrade. Who's it gonna be? It's Manny Machado. And our upgrade, along with the downgrade of Manny Machado, is gonna be none other than any multi-time All-Star is pretty good. We're just plugging holes at this point and hoping for the best. We lost Manny. We're going to put J-Ram right back on the team where he belongs, like the beginning. We actually did a Jose Ramirez for Manny Ramirez swap in year 2 a decade ago. And now we're switching them back. And I honestly cannot say enough about how much I like this team. They've just got to get over the hump. Not quite 121 wins in year 13, but they do win 107 and are fully capable of winning the World Series. But they have been knocked out by the Braves in the first round. Every time this team wins 100 games, they get eliminated in round 1. I can't believe we're about to go into a year 14. This is the longest any of these videos has ever gone on, and we've already seen Game 7 of a World Series. Jameson Taillon's not a bad drop. And now our upgrade. Please, just give me a choice again. Give me a choice again. Yes. Yes! A 99! We're bringing Pete Crow Armstrong back, too. Why not? We've built the squad up. Let's bring back the troops that we've lost. This team is green at every single position except catcher and first base. We have built up our second best Cubs team out of all 14 years. 113 wins, 49 losses. And in the first round of the playoffs, we take down the Dodgers. The Dodgers go down, and now we have the Phillies in the NLCS, and they lost to the Phillies again. Wow. This is the Cubs curse all over again. This is real. All right, our downgrade after year 14. That's right, we're going into year 15. I've been recording for 2 hours. Michael Busch. Okay. Now, this is going to just be like a clean upgrade because we can slide Bellinger over to first base if we need it. And then we get our third choice again. Our third choice. This has to be it. Year 15. I'm taking Cal Raleigh. We're going to put a 99 behind the plate now as well. And this team's first overall, first in contact, first in power, first in pitching, third in defense, fifth in speed. Now, it has us 25th or 26th at first base, but Bellinger's a good glove, and he plays first base as a secondary, so I don't hate that, and I disagree. Otherwise, we're officially green, top 10 everywhere, top 5, top 3 at every position, really. This should be it. This is year 15. We should win 120 games and win it all. We just continue improving on this record now. We're up to 117 and 45. Our second best record yet again. Can we get it done? We beat the Dodgers in the division series. Now we're going to take on either the Padres or the Brewers in the NLCS, and we win the NLCS. We will be taking on big dumpers, Seattle Mariners, or the Houston Astros in this World Series, and it's going to be the Astros. Not only is it the Astros, we dropped Game 1 and Game 2 at home. That's brutal. Sim through Game 3, which we also lose. The Cubbies are down 3-0. I'm going to quick manage this Game 4 and see if this doesn't make a difference for us. First run scored in this game are in the top of the second by the Cubs. So the Cubbies are going through here with the lead. They do give up one, and they get it right back in the top of the fourth. So you got Hunter Brown versus Cade Horton here, and it's a 5-1 lead now. Cade Horton just going to keep on going now with the lead. See if we can't preserve some of this bullpen. 4-run lead going to continue into the bottom of the 7th, where Cade Horton gets another 0. And now into the 8th, we're finally going to make our first pitching change. We'll bring Brad Keller out. We'll let him pitch here. Bottom 8, he gives up 1. Top 9, we don't get any. So now we're going to pitch one at a time here. Yanir Diaz, single. Carlos Correa, double play, and now they're 1 out away, and they get it. They win Game 4. It's a 3-1 series. Game 5 now, you got Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Blanco versus Ohtani. Cubs versus Astros. Game 5 in Houston. I feel like something's telling me to go through this because I feel like we can win it. It's nothing into the 5th, and the first run comes across for the Cubbies. Shohei, bottom 5, gets another 0. You got Jose Ramirez, Cal Riley, Cody Bellinger up in the 6th, and they score one more. Get an insurance run. Ohtani, bottom 6, gets another 0. Top 7, and nothing for the Cubs. First time they don't score since the 4th inning. Now bottom 7, Ohtani. Energy bar went down a good bit there. So top 8 looking for some extra runs. We don't get any, but we're going to go to the bullpen here. And now bullpen change. Jesus Sanchez coming up. We'll start with Taylor Rogers. Taylor Rogers is going to pitch for a ground out. Then Christian Walker is going to come up, ground out. And Jeremy Pena grounds out. 3 ground outs in the 8th. And now the top of the 9th. The Cubbies get one more. So it's a 3-run game. We're going to go ahead and bring, I think we're going to try and save Duran. It's a 3-run game. Let's do Fernando Cruz. We'll take it one batter at a time here. Mayer single. Yordan Alvarez fly out. Jose Altuve, double play, ball game. Cubs win Game 5. It's a 3-2 series. Now you have Yamamoto on the mound in Game 6 to try and push Game 7 at home. Here we go in Wrigleyville. The Astros score 2 right out of the gate on Yamamoto, and the Cubbies get nothing back. So now they're going to have to battle back here from behind. And nothing through 3 for the Cubbies. Valdez still looking great on energy. Yamamoto already down. We're going to go batter by batter here in the 5th, and he does have a clean 5th inning. The Cubbies do nothing, bottom 5. And Altuve, Diaz, and Correa coming up in the 6th, and he gives up a 3rd run. This is big. The boys have got to get going. They scored no runs again, and now we're going to have to go into the bullpen, where we will bring out Porter Hodge for an inning. Porter Hodge gets a 0. Can someone score runs? They, again, are getting blanked by Framber Valdez. It's 3-0 top 8, and we're going to go to Duran. It's back against the wall. Need a 0, and he gives up 1. Your closer gives up a run in the 8th inning. That's brutal. You score 1 bottom 8, but that's you're in a tough spot. Brad Keller going to come out top 9, gets a 0, and then in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Cubbies get shut down and once again come up short. They lose this World Series. Year 15 in Game 6. I think year 15 is going to be our downgrade cutoff. It's just going to start getting repetitive at this point, where we're losing a player and then trying to replug that same hole with probably the same player again, depending on these landing spots. So we're just going to do upgrades moving forward. We're going into year 16. Who is our upgrade for year 16? A 91 to 94. We're just going to keep stocking arms. Give me the 93 overall Max Fried. I still can't believe that this team hasn't done it yet. It's just mind-boggling. Yet another 113-win season for the Cubs, and yet another early exit in the playoffs. They have been knocked out by the Padres. Year 17 is actually about to happen, and our upgrade for that year 17 season will be a 93. Well, the only two 93s on this particular team build are JT Realmuto and my man Byron Buxton. So we're going to do Byron Buxton. This has got to be it. This may be the single greatest team we ever put together in this video game. I'm at a loss for words. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into this recording. Year 17 of the Chicago Cubs. Can they get it done? This team won 100 games before September. They're going to finish with 121 wins, matching their total high score for this video. Our second 121 win season. And this time they beat the Braves in the NLDS, and they'll be taking on the Padres in the NLCS, where they have a 2-game lead going into Game 3. Game 4, they sweep. So they will now be taking on either the Yankees or the Mariners in the World Series, our third attempt at the World Series. It's going to be the Seattle Mariners again. Let's sim these first 2 games. They win both 1-0. 2 1-0 wins. We'll sim Game 3, and here it goes. Game 4, up 3-0. It took 17 years and a stacked deck, but we're going to get it done. Zach Wheeler's going to be our Game 4 starter. Zach Wheeler gives up 2 runs in the bottom of the first, but then the Cubbies turn around and score 3 right away, only to be followed up by 4 runs from the Mariners. This game got crazy early. It's a 6-4 ball game now after the Cubs score 1 in the top of the first. Fourth, I mean, this is insane. What is this video? What are these sims? What is this game? 6-4, top 5. The Cubs get none. Wheeler still got some green in there. We'll give him 1 more inning. He gets 0. George Kirby, another 0. Zach Wheeler matches it. We're in the 7th inning already. George Kirby versus Nico Horner, and the boys go down again. Haven't scored since the 4th inning, or they need one bad. Bottom 7, the Mariners also do not score. They have run Zach Wheeler dry, though. Only 2 innings to come back. Trent Thornton out of the bullpen, and the Cubbies knock 1 on him. We're going to go to the bullpen. Hold us over till tomorrow, Brad Keller. Get us a 0. He gets us a 3 spot, and we're losing 9-5. Only to score 3 in the top of the 9th and lose it 9-8. That is an insane, all-time, devastating baseball game that hopefully doesn't carry over into the next game. Let's try and win it in Game 5 now. This video is just every potential way it could not be easy. It has not been easy. Max Fried's going to get the ball this time. Just going to jump straight into the simulating here. I'm not even looking. I want the no-look. Good luck. We're going into the 4th scoreless. Cubs score 2. All right, now we can slow it down just a little bit. We're into the 5th still with the 2-0 lead. We score 4 in the 6th. It's a 6-0 game. Max Fried is the guy. You need Max Fried to have the ball with the game on the line, and that's how you know you're in a good spot. We're going to sim top 9 here. I'm going to go ahead and bring Joan Duran out to pitch the 9th. Eugenio Suarez flies out. Randy flies out. And now we are going to enter the game with 1 out remaining for a World Series in Chi-Town. We're just going to spin a sweeper out there. We get the strikeout, and there it is. The Cubbies win it in T-Mobile Park in Seattle on the road in Game 5. The Cubs, it took 17 years. 17 years. It took 10 separate 100-win seasons to get this done. We got Aaron Judge in year 8, Shohei Ohtani in year 9, and we still didn't get it done until year 17. But the Chicago Cubs do eventually get it done, and they are on top. Everyone is embracing on the field. What a run for the guys. It took embarrassingly too long. Byron Buxton is fired up. Pete Crow Armstrong is fired up. And the Cubs are on top. Is that Cade Horton who's getting to hoist the trophy there at the end? What a pick. What a choice. What a job. The Chicago Cubs have won their 4th World Series. Comment down below who I should do next.